What up, I'm Ashley Caprice, and you're now tuned in to Conversations with Caprice. I'm up in here with Tommy Will. What up, man?
Not too much. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So you came here all the way from Arizona.
All the way.
All the way from
8
Arizona.
8 hours deep.
And all to talk about your music. So how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music like 10 years now. Started when I was 16. I'm 26 now.
Okay.
So
you just started your age. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
So you've been doing it for about 10 years.
About 10 years.
And what made you want to start doing music?
Pretty much when I first moved to Arizona, my pops was military.
Okay.
So I moved out to Arizona. First couple people I met did music.
Okay.
It just happened. I fell into it. Started hanging out with them. Fell into the craft.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple years in, I figured out I really liked it.
Yeah.
So it was like I kept going. Started doing shows. Started recording. And then the more that I just did it, it turned into a love.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I just ran with it for as long as I could.
And name some of the people you opened up for, because I know the list.
Oh yeah.
Few people.
I've done a little bit. I did. I've opened up for Kurt Cobain's. I've opened up for Kid Ink a few times. Casey Veggies. I Am Sue.
I just interviewed him, Casey.
Oh yeah.
Did you see him on the Hip Hop Awards?
I didn't get
you
to
didn't
see
watch
it.
it.
Nah, I didn't get to see it. Yeah, I gotta wait for the rerun.
Yeah.
I did him. I did.
Quick, Warren G, right?
I did DJ Quick, Warren G, the Rialto. That was a crazy show out there
Yeah.
for Tucson. That was a good one.
Oh, dope.
And Honey Cocaine, Clyde Carson out in San Diego. So it's been dope. I've seen some people, Audio Push, Snow the Product. I did that recently too. So definitely every time I do one of those shows, it's always learning experience.
Oh, yeah. Dope. So, hip hop, describe your sound. It's kind of like chill, laid back to me. I was listening to a few of your records. Although First 48 is the one you're promoting right now, and it's a little more upbeat.
It's a little more aggressive.
Yeah, it's a little more aggressive.
A little more aggressive.
Yeah.
So what I like to call my music, I try to call it like mood music.
Mm-hmm.
So I catch my inspiration from whatever I'm going through at the moment, or I could just see something. I could be driving, just see something,
Mm-hmm.
and it just inspired me to write about a certain event or whatever it is. So it's kind of chill, but with First 48, I try to make it a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more up tempo.
Yeah.
Show people I can really rap a bit. It's not all about the beat and all that, but just to really show like, yo, like I'm here, like I'm trying to get in.
I'm trying to break
So
through.
I'm trying to show them what I can do a little bit.
So why is it called First 48?
Kill it.
Yeah.
Every time you got to kill it, no matter what you're doing.
Exactly.
So that was the whole basis of the song. Just whenever you step on and do what you need to do, just go as hard as possible and just kill that.
So what mood are you in now? Like you have to be in a certain mood and maybe see something that'll make you write a song. What type of mood are you in right now? What would you write about right now if you could?
Right now,
anything?
probably just how blessed I am at this moment.
That's right.
Really. To be completely honest, I go back and write a happy song.
How often do you write music?
I write music all the time. I wrote music on the way up here. Write music when I get back to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Just any moment I'm not writing it, it's like just wasting time.
So you do have your slogan, Have Will?
Have will. That's
Okay.
the slogan.
Tell me about it.
So pretty much what have will is just you just gotta have that will to just push through, no matter what your situation is.
Mm-hmm.
If you trying to you work at a restaurant, you want to be a manager, just have that will to continue to work hard, persevere, get through those day-to-days to get to where you need to be. If you're sick, my pops just had cancer,
Oh no.
and he just beat it.
Yeah.
Thank God he
Good.
just beat it. So
Good.
like just that alone, that was a huge inspiration. And the reason I even call myself Tommy Will is my father's name is Tommy Williams.
Okay.
So
So it's
my
like,
biggest inspiration.
it's
and
like
just to
to
be-
give back to your father.
Absolutely.
Because you also were Giddy Gouda?
I was Giddy Gouda back in the day.
Giddy Gouda.
That was more my younger alter ego. So-
What is Giddy Gouda?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Like
I was young.
young, having fun.
Yeah. But it was cool though. It was different. Anytime people heard that name, I knew it was cool when a lot of people didn't really know how to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
Did I say it okay?
That's different. Oh no, you got it. You got it. You were pro with that.
E40, like from Cali, North
Right,
of
you
Cali,
got
he's
that
like
song,
Gouda.
Gouda. Oh, yeah.
So I know Giddy Gouda.
Back when I first started rapping, a lot of Bay Area rap was my influence. I listened to a lot of Federation, Mac Dre, Yuck
Yes.
Mouth,
Yes.
a lot of that.
Yes.
So I know that had part to do with the name.
So you had a different sound with Giddy Gouda.
I
It was more
definitely
crunk
did.
and more.
It was a lot more. Pretty much everything was just, it had to be a banger.
Yeah.
Everything. There was no real talking about my life situation. It was just all about just having fun.
Right.
All about it. But then as I just grew as an artist, I realized like there's so many more aspects I could touch on, to the point where I can actually relate with people.
Right.
And people can hit me up and say, man, like I just went through some stuff like that.
Right.
And that's a way better feeling than having somebody just dance to your songs all the time. I made the decision. I was like, if I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna do it real. I'm gonna be positive. Go as hard as I can, really, and just be as honest as possible.
So you went more the positive route.
Right.
So what helped you come out of the situation that you're talking about? Like,
Just
what motivated you to change your route?
Probably just a lot of my older fans.
Okay.
Really, like when they kind of saw that I wasn't putting out music and changed my name on all my social media and all that stuff, they was kind of like, well, what's going on? And I remember one thing, I went out to a bar and just some random dude walked up on me. He said, man, you can't quit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got stuff going on, man. I was like, and then he just started rapping like a whole verse of one of my songs.
Oh, wow.
Somebody I never even met. And that was like, I was just saying, I was like, man, like.
What was that feeling like?
It was euphoric. It was really just like people are actually listening.
Yeah.
And at that point I was like, man, let me get this another shot. Like, there's actually some people that's rocking with me, and you can't always think about yourself. So I did feel like it was kind of selfish.
Yeah.
For me to just be like, just that quick to just cut it cold turkey. So that really changed my perspective on, now I know I can't relate with these people. So let's push this.
Because you never know who's watching you. You never know whose life you're influencing. And you know what I mean? Like your bars could really be speaking in someone.
Right.
So that's really good that you did flip the script and like, okay, well, let me just talk more about me. And then people will get to know who you are and could relate to you a little bit more.
Right.
So good. I'm glad you got out of it. Never give up.
Me too. Really, you gotta have the will. You gotta have will to keep pushing.
So is this where Tuforia come from? Is it Tuforia?
Tuforia. Yeah, so Tuforia is pretty much, it was the first project I worked on, and I pretty much call it my live performance. So pretty much I don't want people to just come to a show to see Tommy Will. I want people to come to a show to see Tuforia. I want them to see the whole experience.
Okay.
From A to Z. And pretty much that name just came about just like just Tucson. I was born there, pretty much raised there. So the feeling that I had when I moved from Riverside back home to Tucson, I kind of turned that into like a euphoric feeling. So I just mixed Tucson and Euphoria, and I just came up with Tuforia, and it kind of stuck. It got some pull around town. Yeah. So that's the kind of
hashtag and everything. I
was
it up today. I was like, okay, this is serious.
I'm trying to push everything as just as heavy as possible, and that was one of the things that a lot of people enjoyed. It was a little different for what's going on in the local scene out there. So people looked at it and it was like, man, it's like I can rock with that. Yeah. I can roll with that. So that was a cool thing about Tuforia.
So how's the music scene out there? You mentioned quite a few people that are in your camp. You all are doing your thing in Arizona. How is it out there, the hip hop scene?
It's definitely growing.
Okay.
We're still trying to learn from, different outlets such as, here in California, how they do things in Atlanta. Like we're just starting to come together as a community. Okay. Instead of just a bunch of individuals just boom, boom, I'm gonna do this over here, you do this over there. There's a lot more communication nowadays, and there's a lot of pull. There's a couple artists out there. There's actually two that got signed to Merz's label. Okay. Under Merz 316, and so that kind of push. And then the big push really was in Phoenix. Vita Rula getting on Alumni. Futuristic is doing great right now. So those are two guys that we definitely looking up to, and just seeing that, it just shows Tucson like you don't need to move somewhere. Like if you really love where you from, like you ain't gotta. It'll
come to you.
Right.
Everything will come to you. Like this opportunity.
You put in the work.
To you, you
absolutely.
Know what I mean? Could you just choose one song for people to listen to, like when they go on your SoundCloud? One song for people to listen to get to know a little bit more of who you are. Like what's your favorite song that you would want people to listen to?
It's definitely Know Better.
Know Better.
Know Better is definitely that song.
And why is that?
Pretty much that was my last song that I really kind of poured my heart out for people.
Yeah, I saw that. I listened to it. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, let me go take a listen.
So it's one of my favorites. I talked about my father's situation that he went through. I also talked about there was a Phoenix did this whole remix for the Detroit versus Everybody, and they called it Arizona versus Everybody, and I felt kind of certain way about it because it was only Phoenix artists. So to say it was Arizona, I kind of took a different kind of feel to that. So that was definitely a thing because there's definitely a bridge between Tucson and Phoenix artists. Okay. It's kind of like we stay here, you stay there. That's another thing that's just holding us back.
Kind of like, I think Texas is like that with Houston and Dallas.
I feel like it would be at this point, but it's just not gonna work like that. Yeah. I don't think so personally. So that was another big part of that song. So I think that's the one. If you want to learn about me, in that everything is there for you in that 4 minutes.
So make sure you go listen to Know Better on his SoundCloud, Tommy Will Music, right?
Tommy Will Music.
Tommy Will Music on his SoundCloud.
You better know better.
You better know better. All right, Tommy Will, if there is one thing you can leave with the people, anything you want people to know about you or any message that you want to give them, let them know.
Just that you just got to keep pushing. Yeah. Just have will, like I said before. You got a dream, you got to chase it. Yeah. You know, easy as that. And you can only work for it and just keep, really making the push. Like, that's all that there is. There's no other extras that you got to do, and just love what you do. Well, you are going to do great things, all right, Tommy Will? I appreciate you, Ashley. Okay, all right. And make sure you put your affirmations out there, like, I'm going to be just like these guys, and someone's going to look up to you just like the fan looked up to you that day. Absolutely. You know? We're going to make it work. We're going to make it work, man. We're going to make it work. All right, keep it going. This Conversations with Caprice. Tommy Will, thank you so much for stopping by.